it was September the 16th, 2020. My life turned upside down. I had a stroke and it was a bleed at the medulla.
Mm.
So they didn't expect me to survive. So I was in the hospital for 8 days and rehab for 3 weeks. And so I was in bad shape. I mean, chronic fatigue, chronic pain. I get out of bed and I walk across the room and I go, ouch, 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 for 5 minutes because my ankles hurt so bad. And um, when I would start, like I can drive for 9 months. And when I started driving and I went to the store, I would park close to the cart corral. So I would have that as my stability because my legs were so weak that I would say, I can do this. I can do this. And so I push. And so I stayed the same. I didn't get better. And I ran into a friend of mine that I hadn't seen. And we were at a church function and it wasn't a church that I had gone to. And she was there for a dinner event. And she walked out of the room and we just screamed and held each other because what happened was because I was weak and I didn't get out very much, I fell into her arms. And she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I'm struggling. This is the
Oh,
first time I've been out in almost 3.5 years." So we went to, she said, I just started something. I'm going to contact you. So we kept missing each other. And in March, I got worse. And I feel like that we missed each other. It's God's timing because it gives me the opportunity of a testimony because I could hardly walk. I bought a red light thing to put on my back because I was like humped over and just couldn't, the pain was just horrible. So we went to, so a friend of mine said she'd gotten on the patch. And I said, okay. And then another friend had taken a picture a year ago in a bathroom in Tyler, Texas. And she said, I think you should check this out. So that was number 3. So I said, okay, there's something good about this. So Debbie, I called her and I said, do you have anything available? I'm desperate. So we met for lunch that day and she told me that, she said, well, here's the patches. So we started with X39. She was so generous. She gave me 30 patches because in my mind, I can't afford this. I can't afford this monthly. And if she hadn't given me the 30 patches, I don't know where I would be because it was back to God is my provider. But in that moment of pain and desperation, I just didn't think that would happen. So I was traveling to Honduras to visit a friend. And within a week, my ankles were swelling really like huge. And within a week, my swelling had gone down. And I went, I have ankles again. Within another week, I had joy in my life again because I was just so hopeless. I thought, I'm only 70 something, and this is not how I want to live. So about 4 weeks later, I went through my detox and I went, okay, but it's not working again. So I got online and I watched as many videos as I could. And they said, don't give up, be patient. So I decided that I would try it for 5 months. And during that, in April, I went to the doctor in May because my bruising, I don't know if you have the photos, the bruising was so bad that it would take about 3 or 4 months to heal. And my skin would just rip. And I kept telling the doctor, this is not correct. This is not right. I shouldn't be like this. So this first video or picture is when I fell into the fireplace, and this is what it did to my leg. My skin was so dry that it was so sensitive, I couldn't touch it. So I couldn't even put lotion on it. So because I was dizzy all the time before the patch, I would bump off the walls. In fact, I named my walls because they were my best friends. They kept me from falling. So then I had an accident December 24th. So David, you want to show that picture?
Yep.
So this battery fell on my leg, and you see that it didn't like rip the skin off. Within 45 days, that's a healing that took place.
Wow.
I was so excited, but anyway, back to the patches. So I decided 5 months I would try them. It's changed my life. And so it's like when I came back from Honduras, I talked to my sons and my friends, and they said, "What have you done?" Just talking to me. They said, "Something's changed in you." I said, "It's a light." It's a light within me. And I know when Debbie said that, she said, "It works with your light." I went, "Of course it does. It's God's light. Why wouldn't it?" So that's why I was so encouraged. But I'm just so thankful.
Well, you made it to the end, and I'm so proud of you. Please subscribe to my channel to learn more. Thanks so much.